Hey guys, it's Serene Waters here. So today it's not going to be a very long live stream, but I am going to be talking about how I came up with my books. Sadly today there are no guests. So yeah, hopefully some of you guys will listen in on this. But I joined Wattpad about 2 years ago, and I had these two really awesome friends, and we had all been really new to the whole writing the books, and we're all basically into Ninjago, and we were just like, well, my friend Misty had a book series with me in it, and my friend Anna had a book series with me in it, and I'm just like, well, I don't know if I should write a series or not, and they were just like, you should write a series with us in it, because we have a series with you in it. So I'm like, okay, I'll think about it. So I got to thinking, I was like, well, what am I going to write about? So that's where the plot for Is This the End came up. And I'm just like, well, I have this old character that was been created by Hannah Lavin, and I was just like, well, I could use him as the villain in the first book, and we'll see where it goes from there. So basically, Is This the End is how the ninja end up meeting Misty, Anna, and Serene. And it was very hard at first to come up with each of the characters and how they were going to be. So I honestly just went for it. Because I had already started writing one book, and it was called The Water Ninja. But I didn't know how that was going to turn out. Let me see. There's like a whole ton of books, so I'm trying to think. Because there's a lot of characters that go with it. And of course, I don't own any one of Ninjago, so. But, I can say this, that as the books progressed, each character grew more mature and their looks changed, their powers changed. I know for a fact I've changed Misty's powers for her at least 10 times. Serene's hairstyle has changed a lot. She went from brown hair to brown hair with a purple streak to purple hair. So, and then of course her eyes have changed as well. So, but it's been a lot of fun making the books. Sadly enough, by the end of this summer, I am trying to have the last of this series over. And I know a lot of people enjoy my book series, and I'm not going to stop writing them. It's just, I'm going into my senior year, and there's not going to be a lot of time for me to be able to write, so. But I will let y'all in on a little secret. I will be writing another a different series about the keys. And it'll be like how the keys were before they met Serene, which I think will be pretty fun. But I have also got other book ideas that I will not spoil yet. But the series is kind of complicated, and I can tell it is for a ton of people. Like, it goes from the first, like, I want to say 4 or 5 books to a whole new series that's connected, and then it's going into a third new series. I'm just like, this is kind of complicated for everyone who's reading the books. So if I do have time ever, what I may do is I just might put them all together in one big book and put them in different parts. But, then there's, like, the books that don't go in the series. There's, like, Fear of Andrew, The Water Ninja, Return of a Ninja, my short stories, which are always fan requested, and then my Ninjago one-shots, and then, of course, my blogs on Wattpad, which is always fun to update my blog. Of course, I haven't really updated anything for a while because I'm going through a very tough situation right now, but hopefully, I'll have my book series finished for by the end of the summer, which is like the middle of August for me. I mean, I do enjoy writing the books for my fans because it makes me happy to know that people are enjoying my writing. And I know I have gotten some hateful comments along the way, but I mean, it helps me become a better writer. Because, I mean, I know it annoys people when, like, my iPad doesn't have a oh, what's it called? It's the paragraph button or whatever. I don't know what it's called. It's late, guys, and I'm tired. I'm just barely making it through the day. But and then there's of course all the grammar edits that I need to go back and do because I misspelled sensei 2 years ago. But I mean, the books, most of the ideas, they actually came from my dreams. And I know that really sounds weird, but I have a very imaginative mind, and I have for a while. So, I'm very good at coming up with villains, but when it comes to coming up with a hero, it's like terrible. It takes forever for me to come up with new heroes, or if someone asks to be in my book, I'm just like, well, I already have enough characters, and I don't want to be rude, so every once in a while, I'll let someone else in the book. Because, of course, there's Abigail Shadows, who is still in my books, and I enjoy having her in the books. And Misty's still in there. Anna's not really in there anymore. I had to kill her off, sadly. I will admit, I do like killing off characters. I am the most evil author with killing off characters. But I do tend to bring them back. But, I really don't think people are going to be happy with me when the series ends, because I do have a lot of death planned for that. Another way the books were created, well, let me say how Serene was created. I had been role-playing with my best friend for about, I want to say 2 years before I found out about Wattpad. And I was like, well, there's a bunch of Ninjago fanfictions that I want to read that are on Wattpad. And I'm just like, okay, I'll get the app, but I'm not going to write any books. So then I was like, well, my character needs to be unique. And it's like a bunch of the good names are already taken. And I'm just like, well, how about Serene? Serene's a real peaceful name, but I can make that be not like her character. Serene is obviously based off myself, but she's almost like an alter ego of me. Serene can be funny or very active with people. She can be fierce, brave, a lot of things that I am not. But one thing we do have in common, me and my own character, is that we are terrified of spiders. Majorly terrified of spiders, and it's pretty funny. But some of the characters I did have trouble coming up with. I would often have to ask my younger siblings for help. They did actually help me with Fate, Ghost, and Emma. And they are based off my younger siblings, and I do enjoy that a lot. And it's pretty fun having them interact with my book series. I will admit this, about 1.5 years into my writing, my parents had no clue that I was on Wattpad and that I was Serene Waters and all this other stuff. So they took away my phone one night because they did this electronic class at my school showing how they could keep us safe from being on inappropriate websites. And when they were going through my phone, I don't know how, because I thought I had hidden Wattpad pretty good on my phone. I think a notification went off, and they found it, and they found my books. And they came across Council's Creation, which is the one where it shows how Serene was created. But I may go back and change how that one works, because there's a lot more to come about Serene. But they found that, and they're just like, well, we're not going to make you delete Wattpad. You have a really creative mind, and it seems like people are enjoying your books, so we're going to let you continue. So I continued doing it, and I've been on Wattpad for nearly 3 years now. About probably the middle of this month, I will be 3 years on Wattpad. So that's pretty exciting for me. And I mean, oh my gosh, there was a bug on my blanket. Sorry, I just got distracted because I saw a bug on my blanket and it's nasty. Sorry guys, hold on. I hate bugs, so. Did it? Sorry. I'm like really distracted because there was a bug on my bed. But, since I am going into my senior year, it's going to be harder and harder for me to continue doing my books. I do hope I never get to the part where I'll stop writing my books, but if it ever gets that bad, I probably will have to stop writing my books for whatever reason there is. But, I mean, when you're growing up, it's hard to stay intact with everything. I mean, I love everyone who I get to talk to on Wattpad or Pinterest or wherever they are. But, I mean, there's always going to be rough spots with my books or with the people I talk to. But, I don't know, really. Let's see. The series I'm currently working on, I had really, really, really bad writer's block on Return of the Night. And for those of you who have read it, I am very, very, very sorry on how that turned out. I honestly wish I had stayed with that book, but it was just so hard for me to get through. I literally was brain dead on that whole book, and I had to end it. I know there's a lot of unanswered stuff, but whenever I go back to edit all my books, I will probably rewrite that one. There was one book, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like the epilogue of one of the series, and I discontinued it, and I know some of you were like, well, why did you discontinue it? I discontinued it because it seemed irrelevant to what I was writing. Then there's, of course, the Dragons and Keys Don't Get Along book. That book I actually started during the middle of my junior year because I was really bored one day because I was the cheer manager this past year, and literally I did nothing the entire cheer class period. So I would be on my phone, on Wattpad, talking to people or trying to update books. And I came up with that book one day, and I was just like, well, that would be fun. I actually do have an idea for a new book, but I don't know if I'm actually going to do it. I had a dream last night. Like I said, I get my book ideas from my dreams. And the reason being is because this one seemed pretty cool in a way, but I think it would be more of a short story than an actual book. So, if you see a really weird short story come up on Wattpad every once in a while, you can tell it's from my dreams. Trying to think. I'm like alone at the house. I'm just listening for my parents to get, or my dad to get home, so. But yeah, mostly I did get a lot of inspiration about the books from my best friend Hannah, and that made me very happy. She's been a really big help in my life, and so yeah. And then most of the characters aren't mine. Well, some are mine. Mainly the villains are mine. But like the Ninja off Ninjago aren't mine, and then like Abby, Anna, Misty, Poseidon, Melody. Oh, there's a lot of them. Because I've had permission to use them from the people who actually created them. Either that or they've asked me in my books, so. But, it's kind of awkward when no one's watching, but I guess people can watch it in the morning. Because I know no one's basically awake at this hour. Except me. I might as well just end the live stream because I mean, I've said everything that how I created the books. I will say that I may have another live stream sometime this week. I don't know. But I do have a lot of topics that I will be going over in different live streams. There's one where I'll talk about each and every character if you guys want me to. I could read the books if some of you don't have Wattpad and you're confused by all this. I can offer advice about any situation that you ask, and I am sorry if I don't know how to handle the situation, so there will be times like that. I will plan to have more guests eventually, I just don't know when. Those of you on Wattpad, please don't be afraid to request for me to draw you something, because I love drawing for y'all. I seriously do. And then the other one is kind of surprise topic, so there will be several different live streams that go on about that, so just letting you all know about that. I think that's about it. So, please like and subscribe. Go follow me on Wattpad, Still Serene Waters. You can follow me on Pinterest. Instagram is a different username, but if you ask me on Wattpad or Pinterest, I will give you that and my Snapchat if you want. So, yeah. But eventually, if you get those, you will see my face. So, but I think that's about it. So, yeah. Have a great 4th of July, guys. Thank you all for listening or watching. Just have a great summer. Bye.